How's it going, guys? JCVP11 here, and Nokia over the past couple of months has been announcing a variety of different smartphones. The Nokia 3, the Nokia 5, and even the Nokia 6, and all of these things had one thing in common. These were budget smartphones, whereas people wanted to see Nokia really compete with the big guns. And at yesterday's launch of the Nokia 8, all of those wishes were fulfilled. This phone wasn't much of a surprise because it had been leaked before, just like any other phone nowadays. But is the phone packing enough firepower to actually compete with the likes of the Samsung Galaxy Note 8, the iPhone 8, or even LG's V30, all of them due to come out in the next couple of months? Well, let's find out. But before we do, if you're here for a more comprehensive list of all the specifications of the phone, I'll just leave a link down below in the description for you to check it out, because I'm not going to be going over all of the specifications because I think it's pretty much repetitive and boring, to be honest. So I'm just going to be focusing on arguably the more interesting bits. With that out of the way, let's address the design of the phone. Nothing about the front nor the back of the phone is particularly flagship-like. If you look at the bezels found on the front of the device, the phone looks dated even before it's been released, and unfortunately it doesn't have waterproofing on par with the likes of the LGs as well as the Samsungs. You're looking at IP54 water and dust resistance, which is much lower than the IP68 water and dust resistance you get on the LG G6 or the Samsung Galaxy S8. There's also an LCD panel on the phone, which means it's not an OLED panel, so you won't get those deep blacks that you get on Samsung devices, for example, but it's a 5.3-inch panel, it's QHD, and it's got an active display function. So much like the LG G6 with the LCD panel, I think Nokia are going that route as well with the active display. So basically it shows you the notifications on your phone by activating a portion of the display, so you don't lose as much battery life as you would if the whole display was activated, which is kind of smart. Don't get me wrong though, there's still that Nokia feel to the overall device. It's the squarish look, and you get this sort of customization as well. You get two different finishes for the phone. You get the glossy finish or you get the matte finish, and I think both of these look great, and you have different colors for each of these finishes. And interestingly, you even get a dual camera setup. Over the past couple of years, Nokia has gone for these very flashy camera units, and with today's standards, the 13 megapixel or the dual 13 megapixel sensor on the Nokia 8 is much subdued. One of the sensors is a normal 13 megapixel unit, while the other one is a monochrome 13 megapixel unit, supposedly to increase or to improve low light performance. And Nokia hasn't really packed that many features into their camera application from what I'm hearing. But one of the most unique things about these cameras on the Nokia 8 is the new Bothy feature. Yeah, this basically allows you to use both the front and the back cameras of the device simultaneously to capture what's being viewed by you as well as your face. So it's not particularly a new feature, but the unique thing about this is that you can stream it directly to social media like Facebook, like YouTube, and even Instagram, which I think is kind of unique and will probably get the craze of the Bothy thing going. But I think it's going to die down very quickly, so it's more of a gimmick than anything. The company is also focusing a lot on audio. We're looking at a headphone jack on the flagship, that is the Nokia 8. We're also looking at dual speakers, which is always a good sign. But more importantly, when you're actually recording video, you're going to get crystal clear audio with the new Ozo audio that Nokia has been working on, which supposedly improves the quality of the audio that you're listening, and it works with other social media platforms and other phones as well. So it's got a supported codec, which means you're not going to lose quality when you view it in, say, a different platform, because other phones have this sort of feature, but it's more proprietary, where if you view it on the same smartphone or only a certain few devices, the audio will actually show to be enhanced, but otherwise it's just going to be the same audio that you listen to on a day-to-day basis. So I think Nokia is doing good there as well. And best of all, the memories that you capture, you can actually upload them for yourself or share them on Google Photos, because Nokia is partnering with Google to give you unlimited storage on the Google Photos application, which means not only do you get 64 gigabytes of internal storage on the phone, and not only do you get micro SD expansion up to 100 or 256 gigabytes, but you also get this unlimited storage, which means you're pretty much set for life if you buy this phone. So with Android 7.1.1 out of the box and a relatively bloatware-free skin, in fact, it's no bloatware at all, so you're going to be expecting rapid updates as well, and a very powerful package in terms of hardware. This phone turns out to be very compelling if it was priced correctly. Let's face it, the Nokia 8 is far from a true flagship smartphone. There's no water resistance or waterproofing or dust proofing, which is something that most flagships nowadays have. There's no wireless charging, nor is there a relatively inspired design. So everything and that sort of combination really makes me feel this is sort of a mid-range smartphone. And the best competition for this kind of smartphone is the OnePlus 5, believe it or not. And because the Nokia 8 is priced at 599 euros, which is around 2,500 or 2,600 dirhams, it's pushing the boundaries for a mid-range smartphone. And this is why I think the Nokia 8 might just not be a hit in this region. I don't know how the pricing goes in other regions, but I'm pretty sure that it's much higher priced than the OnePlus 5, its main competition. Nonetheless, we can expect this phone to come out or be available to the public sometime in September, and if I do get a chance, I will show it to you guys and probably review it in the coming months and weeks. But yeah, that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it useful. As always, subscribe if you're new around here, and thank you guys for watching once again. I'll see you in the very next video. Adios.